perhaps you can understand why there is so little progress toward alternative, clean, free energy. Obviously, the Mulak banking system of national debts, interest rates, mortgages, taxes is not compatible with nature. This financial structure, called usury by the biblical prophets, has been prohibited since earliest records. Certainly, in order to have an energy system and a money and a prosperity in harmony with nature, the obsolete and failing Mulak system will have to be replaced by a modern greenback type system. The greenback money system has already served the need for capital, investment, and incomes without national debt, without income tax, without interest during the Abraham Lincoln presidency. Although money and profits now dominate thought, the records show that human activity of markets and exchange predates the origin of money and profits. Even before money and profits, commerce was the natural human experience. Innovation in supplying goods to markets is a human norm. Shopping is good. Money is very much a late comer to markets. It is obvious that money and commerce and the biosphere are in conflict. What should we do now? Who am I to be telling you about these things and introducing you to an obscure Bible god called Mulak? The god Mulak, father of usury and all pollutions, dominates thought through the mantra of perpetual debt, money interest, and stock exchange, mortgage, swindle, finance. My right to lecture you comes from the inspired insight as a result of my experience in religious, commercial, and government events. From earliest memory, my first reaction to religion at about age 7 was incredulity. Moses, Jacob, Solomon were fantastic, totally implausible stories, even for this 7-year-old. Yet those stories were accepted unconditionally by otherwise rational adults. The story of Mulak with his money is accepted equally unconditionally. That contradiction during my foster farm childhood experience was further buttressed by the macabre vision of the guy in the diaper nailed on 2 sticks with thorns on his head. The contradictions in the story of the Jesus figure astounds and inspires me to this day. The culture shock of the incredulous Bible stories conflicting with the street reality of my background of absolutely no previous religious awareness, no doubt contributes to the origin of this book, Money, the 12th and Final Religion. Perhaps in those earliest thoughts, I was already contemplating that those adults had not fully developed the story of the patriarchs and Messiah. Later, after work in theological, religious, and ethical studies, I learned that contradictions in a religious context have a purpose. They convey in cosmic cipher a truth which, in the prearranged fullness of time, will be decoded for the benefit of the deeper knowledge. On occasion, this quest for enlightenment and deeper knowledge is arrested by the experience called personal salvation, often called being born again. Many of the TV Bible preachers, some have referred to as cultural toads, seem to distort the salvation message from being a step toward deeper spiritual understanding to be justification for believing the New World Order credit banking politics of Christian Zionism and its end-time dogma of doom they call the apocalypse. Either through ignorance or deceit or paranormal power of God Mulak, the preachers overlook egregious contradiction. The current Zionist state of Israel is occupying the land of biblical Judah. The city of Jerusalem was never in Israel. It was always in Judah. The apocalypse is not about doom. It means to unveil, to know, to understand, to be liberated. The TV preacher dogma of an Israel to control the world from a Moloch bank in Jerusalem, either by design or error, misses the point that the biosphere can no longer support Moloch structure of central banking, taxes, stock exchanges, national debts, and fossil fuels. These are relics of a tormented vision of gunboat, atom bomb imperialism. The politics of so-called democratic elections conceals a Pentagon cabal called neocons. They design the weapons and prison camps to be used for enforcing the New World Order. Some populists are reporting that the New World Order is a false flag diversion to conceal a Moloch cult they call the BISWOG, British Israel Zionist World Occupation Government. Regrettably, this New World Order is only a Moloch attempt to reconstruct the Tower of Babel with its failed financial concepts of usury. Neither the task of vice-regency nor biblical salvation can be achieved with the failed money religion of the Moloch, god of perpetual debt, money interest, and stock exchange, swindle, finance. Read the book. Cosmos awaits your help. Amen.